listen to this book. I call it an ear book. The Best Loser Wins. It's a really good book. It's really been helpful with mindset. Basically, thought is, if you do what everybody else is doing, you're going to be just as unsuccessful as everybody else is, because 80 something percent or 90% of traders are not profitable, are not successful. If you look at any brokerage and you ask them for their numbers, they're going to tell you that 80 something percent, a vast majority, most of their traders are not successful. And in order for us to be successful, we got to do what 90% of the people aren't doing. So he starts commenting about the different areas where, when your trade is going well, you start to take money off the table. And he's like, well, why would you do that? Why not just add to it? Why not add to your trade when it's don't go in the way you want it to go? And I was like, that is a different mindset, because you hear people talking about, well, my trade is so-and-so, I'm taking 50% off and I'm going to leave this and I'm going to leave runners, which in itself, that philosophy sounds good. Like, I want to protect my profits. But he's like, well, why would you need, if your trade is going the way you want it to go, why move forward with half position? Why not find opportunities to add to the position as it continues to go? Now, that also could increase your risk, and depending on how you move your stop losses, because you got to be, really strong in your stop losses with that philosophy too. But I thought, well, that's really not a bad thought. So I had already done a video with our community a few weeks ago, actually, about when to add to your spreads. And the thought came from the book. I'm deeper into the chapter where he's talking about it, but adding to spreads is different than adding to a buying. If you're a buyer, adding to spreads is different than adding as a buyer, because buying, you got a whole different set of circumstances. As a seller, you're going to add differently. But I'm just like, the whole notion has me really like pondering what about that, right? I mean, adding to along the way. So I did do a video. Like I said, I did a video here. You can check it out on my channel. Be sure to like and subscribe by the way, to YouTube, and you can find me in all the places. You can find me all over the internet: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can find me in all the places. My website, educatortotrader.com. But anyway, the thought or the notion of adding to your good trades as they're going, that's a thought. Instead of, because we're usually waiting for our trades to do their thing, and there generally is some drawdown. And when there's drawdown, if your trade is still doing what it's supposed to be doing, even during drawdown, those are good add times. Those can be good times to add. So I'm leaning even further, especially because I'm also looking to reduce the number of trades I take per day. I'm reducing that. So if I'm reducing the number of trades I take per day, but I'm still looking for a profit target, that means I need to, when I identify a good trade, I need to lean in. So one of the things he also says in the book is, not to necessarily put all of, the whole amount you're going to use on the trade. Don't put it all on initially. So for us, we do it by contracts. We're sellers. So if you're going to do, let's say you're going to do 3 contracts total, maybe you do 2 contracts initially and you add one more when the add time comes. Or you do 1 and then you have an add and you have another add, but your maximum, the max you're going up to is 3. So you don't add, of course, his premise is you don't add on bad trades. You don't add on if it's not going the way you want it to go. We're not adding into a bad trade. You're adding to good trades, and you're cutting losers quickly. That's the other piece that many of us struggle with. And I say us because I'm part of us, struggle with is letting go of trades that aren't going your way and letting them go quickly. Because for us as sellers, we're like, well, it could stay away from my strike. It could hit a support or resistance and turn back. It could be fine. And it could. But sometimes, a lot of times we find that it really wasn't, and we needed to just let it go.